Hello, this is Wes Crow again. I've been thinking lately with with my birthday coming up soon. It got me thinking about what type of witch do I want to be when I grow up. Specifically, what do I want? Where do I see myself when I'm old and gray? I want to be the old witch in the cabin. I want to have a cabin out in the woods with my cats and animals and whatever else. I want to be more into herbs. I want to be able to make concoctions just by whim and know what I'm looking at just by sight without referencing. That would be nice. I'd like to have like long white or silver hair and be a little old witch in the cabin in the woods, but there's a little bit of my metalhead self still showing through, like sweaters, but then like a band t-shirt, working out in the garden, working with my herbs, but then having my metal blaring from inside the house so I can listen to it while I work. Or still having like little leather cuffs with pyramid studs and shit on it. I still want to have that incorporated into my life even at that point. I see myself kind of sticking to myself as I always have, as I do. I hope to know myself better. I mean, it's always a work in progress, but I hope to fully understand myself better. I hope to have a good friend or two, at least one, maybe be on my own, but have a good friend or two that I can have over and have some wine and a few good laughs. At that age, even when I'm old and white and or gray, I hope to, or at least one good friend, someone to bullshit with and laugh with and all the rest of it. I hope to be more me. I mean, that is something I'm always working on, is trying to be more myself. But I hope at that point I'm much more me. I'm something I can be happy with. My life is something I can be happy with because there's more meshed together. There's less catering myself to others. I hope at that point I'm just like, screw it, this is me. I do try to do that as much, but I'm still not there yet. But I hope at that point I'm just saying screw it and I'm enjoying life. Even in like 5 years or 10 years, or when you're old and gray, what type of witch do you hope to be? What do you see? How do you see your life turning out? Or what you hope? I mean, your life is never going to be exactly how you hope it to be. What would be important to you at that age? What type of character do you hope you have at that age? What do you see yourself messing with in magic or paganism? Or for me, I mean, like when I'm old and gray, I kind of have a sort of an idea of what I want to be or look like or be like. And it's just a more saturated me, except older. But say in 5 years, where do I want to be in 5 years? What type of pagan or what type of witch do I want to be in 5 years? I'm hoping to have more herbs planted around the house and to start learning herbs that way. So maybe that's a step towards where I want to be in the when I'm old and gray as well. Just to start planting them and knowing them by sight, and one by one accumulating knowledge of the ones I use. So yeah, it would be nice to have a friend that I could sit down and shoot the shit with. Preferably somebody pagan or spiritually minded, at least, that I can share this aspect of my life with. I think that's one of the reasons I maybe started YouTube, is so that I had an outlet to start talking about this type of stuff and have a little bit of structure. 10 years, I hope to still be developing myself. I hope to have find a little bit more of my purpose in life. By the time I'm old, white, and gray, I hope to have lived my purpose and maybe still be living it. I think I'm getting closer to figuring out something that really works for me. I mean, there's a lot of things in my life that do work for me. I'm not saying that everything's just up in the air, but I don't know, just something that gives my life a little bit more substance. I guess I'm looking for more substance in my life. And I guess that's something that evolves over time anyways. You get used to something, you start to incorporate it into your life, and it becomes second nature to you. And it's not that you take it for granted, but it becomes second nature to you. So at that point, you're ready to move on to the next thing and incorporate that. So I guess I'm kind of at that point. I hope within the next 10 years, maybe even 5 years, I'll have a really solid idea of what that is at least, and be able to start incorporating it, or already have it incorporated in my life. There's something of substance. I'm not exactly sure what that is yet. Something creative. Something creative. I don't know what. Something. So yeah, that's sort of what I'm asking here is, what type of pagan or what type of witch do you see yourself in like 5 years, in 10 years, when you're old, white, and gray. The other aspect of it is, I guess, sort of, is I'm asking how you want to be, and you're being your own, I guess in a way, being your own mentor. But what sort of, I don't know if this has been asked before, doesn't matter because not many people are going to see this anyways, but who have been your mentors? What witches, what pagans, especially in pop culture, have been your mentors? Have you looked up to? Have you wanted to incorporate some aspects of them into your own self? Like for me, the craft is a big influence. I didn't necessarily want to model myself after any of them. I thought they were cool, but it was more the shop owner in the craft that I wanted to sort of be like. Or maybe not exactly, but there's just something about her that seemed like something I would want to close to. So yeah, I guess that's my question. Me, I want to be classic little old white or silver-haired witch in the cabin, in the woods, but with my metal playing as I'm tending my herbs outside that are guarded by my little gargoyles and other little garden friends. So I guess I know I don't have that many people that follow me, and I'm not looking for this to be a big thing. I'm not expecting that. But I am sort of interested in what other people, like, what type of witch or pagan do you want to be when you grow up? I would love to hear from somebody younger. I'd love to hear from somebody older. And how has that changed for you over the years? Anyways, yeah. Bye.